This is gonna get weird.
No, it's gonna go with Comey.
Yep, this is gonna get weird.
I was just waiting for you to say 86 again.
86.
This is supposed to be a dunk fest on Joey.
Go gadget boot gun.
There is way too much that it is the internal goings-on of Escaflowne for it to be a functioning mecha.
I'm just imagining that king who went to war with Poseidon and like all his men went down to the water, started stabbing it.
This is why we don't drill water.
Somebody called Netflix. Greetings, pilots, engineers, and potential collateral damage enthusiasts. Once again, you've turned into humanity's most illustrious, intellectually irresponsible examination of anime absurdities. Today, our esteemed subject, Xeno faces trials more daunting than trying to fix Shinji Ikari's synchronization ratios. Questions from we three, cunning and relentless Kohai. If you're new here, well, please make sure that you've signed a liability waiver there in the back of the field. Feel free to get with Sharon in the back if you haven't already. Sharon?
Oh god, I need more coffee for this.
Okay, thanks, Sharon. And brace yourselves as we catapult headlong into the discourse of more soul-crushing than the high-G human centrifuge that we will no doubt be using later for the physical portion of the exam. Because today, my friends, we're diving deep into mecha anime. Now, Xeno, ignite those cerebral engines, put on your G-suit, your mechanized interrogation begins. First question, what anime mech do you feel best represents over-engineering? As that intro was incredibly over-engineered as well.
That was. I was just like, God. What mecha is the most over-engineered? I got two in my mind. But I don't know if it counts because I've never actually fucking watched it. I'm gonna say whatever I think the battleship is called Macross, but the super stupid, ridiculous mech battleship Macross that turns into a mech. Because I'm pretty sure a non-zero number of health and safety violations are occurring whenever that thing transforms and kills way too many people. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. My alternative was Escaflowne. Like, one could argue that a certain very popular end of Gainax's career mecha was extremely over-engineered with being a mecha inside a mecha. But I don't. I think it's when they've got all the whirling gizmos and it's steam powered and there's levers and pulleys and it's just like there is way too much that it is the internal goings on of Escaflowne for it to be a functioning mecha, right? And I just think that Macross is an OSHA violation.
Okay, Xeno, what modern, not the one you love the most, mecha makes you the most nostalgic for your childhood?
Knights of Magic.
I don't know this one.
Knights of Magic is great because effectively it's a guy that gets isekai'd into a fantasy world that has mecha. And it's, he's a programmer, so he learns how to do magic like exceptionally well. He's the best at all the magic. And he ends up making his own mecha, and it's just absolutely, and he sees it as sort of like model kits.
He ends up turning a magic wand into a goddamn gun.
Magic gun.
Magic gun.
Okay, that's legit.
But the great thing about it is it's happy. And that's just great! Like, too many mecha shows are just sad and depressing. This was just fantastic. I fucking love Knights of Magic.
Alright, Pilot Xeno. What pre-modern military would you use to take down a mech, and how?
I'd like to see samurai, right? Like, feudal Japan. Thinking like, I think it's called Gasaraki. I couldn't get on with the series at all. But, I don't know. Feudal Japan kind of makes it sound interesting. Because I think they would actually really give it their best. The other one is, I want to see the Romans do it. I want to see the Romans so like come up with some weird ass industrial war machine kind of like, if we interlock our tower shields this way, we can make our own mecha. And it's literally just a pile of people like standing on each other's shoulders, all strapped together to make a mecha. That was a good idea.
I'm just imagining that king who went to war with Poseidon and like all his men went down to the water, started stabbing it, but like then this like subnautical mech just like rises from the deeps and oh no! All right, Xenogelion, what is your favorite unnecessary but cool feature on any mech?
Right, okay. This is unnecessary because they could just mount the firearm on the hip. But this is the Ingram, where they've put the firearm in the foot, and as a result, they have this extendable arm from the wrist, like the arm extends down to grab the revolver from the ankle, as opposed to just like, well, you could have just mounted it in the hip and then, you know, just pull it out that way. So the extendable arm part from the Ingram.
Go gadget boot gun.
Yep.
So Xeno, I know what show the Ingram is from, but for the edification of our fellow Kohai, could you say what the Ingram is from?
I'm not entirely sure of the show's name. I mean, I'm not.
Whoa,
I'm not.
let me help you out. Could you please reveal drunk Kohai's taboo anime?
No, fucker!
I'm surprised I was first, to be honest.
Nasset's realizing, wait a second, he's trying to slide that by. No one knows.
Okay. Have you ever built Gunpla? What of? And why does it make Joey weird that he has?
Made the same model?
Built Gunpla, not necessarily the same model.
Oh, okay. I see.
This is supposed to be a dunk fest on Joey opportunity.
No, I get it. So, of the Gunpla I have made, an Exia, Master Grade Exia, a Real Grade Exia, a Aerial SD, which is just like cute and adorable, Master Grade Tall Geese. I think that's it. And the reason why Joey has is because he's going to make them the lewdest thing in the universe.
It's true. It's true.
Naz has put in the clip.
I won't say it's bad. It's one of my favorites, honestly. But like, that was a thing that happened. I posted it on TikTok a very, very long time ago, and TikTok was like, "No one will ever see this. This is too cursed. We will never recommend this to anyone."
All right. So we all know mech anime is basically just fully funded ads for toys. Who's like an impossible to like properly make toys of or like actually get kids to get, versus being insanely popular. That you sit the toy execs are just like, God damn it, we can't put this in a Toys R Us. There will be children present.
I don't know what the film is. I'll have to dig it out. It's got Robin Williams in it, where he's talking to a kid. He runs a toy store, or is a clerk at a toy store, and the kid picks up this toy of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and I just like, holy shit, Evangelion is not one I would have thought they would be able to sell. And like this kid was like, I don't know, maybe 10, and I'm like, ugh.
Right, I'm going to try and blitz through this as quick as possible so we can finish the show. Right, all money goes to the editors. If there's any extra money, then that will be spent on other video ventures, which ultimately goes to the editors. Currently, the funds just fall shy of paying for 2 episodes a month, which means the rest comes out of my pocket. Just $1 a month makes the difference, right? If, of course, you opt to choose the $15 a month, then you will become a mad lad/lass and will also be invited to join these episodes per month. Or if you decide not to, it's fine. And if that's not enough of an incentive, you get more questions that are exclusive to you in the actual main episode. And more often than not, they're not safe for YouTube, so monetization is forcibly turned off. Here is a snippet from this week's episode.
Do you think you would have more or less emotional breakdowns than Shinji if your father made you nestle in your mother to fight angels?
Oh, why did you have to say nestle?
Because it was the perfect word for exactly what it would make you feel.
Did you genuinely spend ages like coming up with which word can I make him cringe the hardest?
It doesn't take that long. It takes about 10 seconds of like, how much would Xenogallion hate XYZ?
So, if you're incentivized, please go into the description where you'll find a link, or manually go to patreon.com/Xenogallion to support. Now on with the show.
All right, Xenogallion. If you had to teach a class on mech piloting safety, what anime scene would you use as the worst example?
Can I also say a best example?
Sure, those can be the same thing, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of the worst example. I'm sorry, I'm stuck with Oda from Pat Labor destroying like training equipment and getting an absolute bollocking for it. Oh god, what is a scene? You know what? I'm probably gonna say any scene in Eureka 7 that involves the kid, because god damn it, fucking Eureka 7 is awful. The first 2 episodes were absolutely incredible. It's like, oh, this has such potential. And then the kid who ends up joining like the pirate gang ends up being treated like utter shit.
I think that's one of those anime where like I blocked the entire show out of my memory just because the OP was so awesome. Like I remember every time I saw the OP, I was like, oh shit, yeah! And then like I can't remember any of the show.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that. But an amazing example of how to do it right is in 86. And people should watch 86. And I really want there to be another season of 86. But damn, 86. The end of 86 gets a little jank because it's during peak COVID periods and when a lot of studios were suffering horribly from so much of their workforce just going. They had to stall, I think, the last 2 or 3 episodes of 86 to another season because of production problems with COVID. I think the studio ended up getting taken out 2 or 3 times because of COVID. Like, you know, they had to shut down production like 2 or 3 times.
I was just waiting for you to say 86 again.
86.
Mr. Xeno Nabobo, what Warframe reminds you of Gundams? Obviously, both come in all shapes and sizes, but pick one.
I genuinely don't remember what any of them look like. I really... Oh, wait, no. What's the stupid fast one that has, like,
Gauss.
Gauss. Because, like, it has, like, it's got a lot of flat paneling and things like that I would expect to see on a Gundam and stuff. Like, it's a hell of a lot more mechanical in design than any of the other, like, more organic looking Warframes.
Right, and which Gundam does it remind you the most of?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Astray.
Okay.
Fucking Astray. Yeah. I make that sound because Gundam Seed sucks.
Does that count?
Yes. That totally counts. He made... in Xeno terms...
He did make a retching noise, I suppose, yeah.
Just doing a retching noise is about as much of a rant as Xeno will ever make about the things he hates.
So, Xeno, please reveal the super taboo, which I assume means I'm going to be playing something, I guess. Maybe
something god-awful. Like Mario Maker 2!
Zero.
Oh, God! We'll work it out. We'll find out. We'll work it out.
Xeno, who are the 5 anime characters you would work with to form a Zord, and you cannot be the head? This is gonna get weird.
No, it's gonna go with Comey.
Yep, this is gonna get weird.
Comey's not gonna be able to tell anyone what to do. Ochi-san from Uncle from Another World. Just because, like, I want him to just go on some random story segue. Just ramble about some shit. I want Hero Yui from Gundam Wing, just so he blows it up.
So if Hero triggers his self-destruct, does it trigger it for all of them when it's transformed into the Megazord?
As long as they're conjoined.
I'm kind of curious to see what Hero Yui's reaction would be if the self-destruct button was on the opposite end of the conjoined cockpit. Like, would he be like trying to crawl over everybody to get to it, or would he like, try and wait until nobody's looking?
100%. I want to say guts because I want to see him like wield the Zord like the Dragon Slayer. Just like instead of actually piloting it, he just uses it to hit things with. Ryoko Matoi from Kill la Kill. 100%.
Somebody call Netflix. So, Xenogelion, if mechs were required to have insurance, which mech do you feel would have the highest premiums?
Bang Braven. 100% Bang Braven.
I haven't seen this.
It's pretty good. It gets a bit cliche towards the end, but it is pretty good. Bang Braven. Do you concur, Nazeth?
Bang Braven is pretty good. I mean, they do destroy a whole city in that one. I mean, they destroy most of the world in that one. So.
Yeah.
But specifically the Mecha, I think they destroy a city in that one.
Yeah. Bang Braven.
Xeno, you're on a remote island and find a small alien-looking drill emanating weird energy that you can feel. What do you do?
Pierce the heavens.
That's the correct answer. We move on.
I install it into as many mechanical devices as possible to find out which makes the best mecha.
And all you have is a broken down boat.
Yep, I will install it in the boat and turn the boat into a mecha and then drown in the ocean.
This is why we don't drill water.
Can you just imagine? It's just a regular wooden boat. I'm like, this is gonna work, guys. This is gonna work. It just starts drilling it, and I break. There's the hole in the boat. It's like, well, fuck. The boat just sinks.
Xeno Bambino, what mech would you drop into a fantasy anime to cause the most chaos?
I have one in mind, but it's a depressing anime, and I can barely remember the anime. The Kaku Meiki Valve Rave. It's a weird fucking name. I want to throw that one in there because that is unfortunately one of those really depressing mecha. And I just want to see how the world burns because I can.
Which anime are you dropping it in?
Oh, fantasy anime. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Which nation are you dropping it into?
I just want to do it in the human one. Like, a large part of me wants to say the dwarf one, but in reality, it would just be the human one. So, because I think the humans would get easily corrupted by the mecha.
Yeah, they'd be up to the least amount of good with it, I think.
Yeah, but the dwarves were like, how can we make one of these? And like they'll disassemble it. It's like, oh, what's this weird corruption drive thing? Fuck that noise. We'll leave that part out. But yeah, 100%.
Well, this concludes today's riveting engagement, a duel of wits that likely broke several Geneva Conventions on intellectual warfare. But fear not, dear viewer, for the Mecha madness continues. If today's mechanized musings kicked your cognitive receptors, remember to punch that subscribe button with all the unrestrained enthusiasm of fucking Duo Maxwell, because I don't know, he's enthusiastic about everything.
He is.
Anyway, until next time, keep your particle cannons calibrated, your thrusters hot, and your sarcasm dangerously close to violating broadcast standards. Xeno and the rest of you, dismissed.
Yay!
My gods, Joey, you are an amazingly nerdy nerd.